going to do another makeup, and this is going to be a makeup chit chat, kind of like story time, but not story time, because like seriously, um, yeah. And this is going to be part 4 of the Dangling Bell, so make sure you add it to your playlist. I got the playlist on my channel. It's called the Dangling Bell, and this is part 4. Yes. Okay, so today I just opened up a new package right in, and I haven't been chewing gum, and I miss chewing me some gum, y'all. I had a whole package right in, and I don't know what happened to it. It just like completely disappeared. I looked everywhere for it. I couldn't find it. And I tried to go without gum for like a couple of weeks until I find it. I never found it. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe one day it come up, but it might not be no more good. Or maybe it will. I'm about to use the primer. My face is already moisturized. My wig is a lot flatter because I blow dried my hair this morning. And yeah, I used the Timo blow dryer for the first time. I really liked it. Yep. I got my hair nice and long. And it was just massive. Like I was really about to do my hair, but it was just so much hair. But it was just like so much hair, and I had forgot that I said I was gonna wear my hair up for a while because I just like it takes so much with my hair. But yeah, I got the elf primer. Now y'all, today I'm gonna talk about how I realize, or how I know that my sisters was trying to set me up. And the crazy part is that I had already started having dreams. God had already started showing me stuff, and they was telling on themselves in the chat too. You know what I'm saying? So one particular day, it's just all like it was all too much for me. It was all too much, and I was telling my mother, cause me and my mom had been talking a lot about a lot of different things. She told me a lot of stuff, right? And you know, some stuff that my mother told me, I kind of let it go out of one ear to the next, but I was listening to her, you know. But this one particular day, I was so upset. I was just crying. I was so hurt. Okay, you can't imagine your sister contacting you and making you feel like they miss you, they love you, and they want the whole family back together, and they can't wait to see you so you could be a part of the family. And then while you in the chat with all of them, one of them started talking morbid, like really morbid and scary, and started making me feel like basically they was being bold. At one point it was like I was kind of confused at first. Just sit back, don't say nothing. Maybe you know they gonna say they playing, they just joking or something like that. But then the playing and joking didn't come. Then they all started participating in the chat, and it started really scaring me. Especially like they was like letting me know, like I felt like my sister was saying that the next time that I get to be a part of the family, I'll basically be in a casket. That's what I felt like she was saying. And especially with them talking about they use saws and hammers and all kind of stuff, and it started scaring me. And I was like, okay, and stuff like that. And I actually seen all of them conversating, but I still was thinking about my baby sister. Like, there's no way that she'd be thinking about me in that type of way. There's no way. Like, I could kind of see the other one kind of that way, because I definitely had one of them that definitely couldn't hide it. She couldn't hide it at all. So I could kind of see her acting and saying weird stuff. But the other one, I still couldn't see it. I could not see it. I literally, even though I saw her geeking with them, I was like, I was still hurt, but I was like, I'm gonna call her later and get her kind of like insight on it, like what is she trying to say, like what is really going on. Because mind you, me and her had a conversation, and I told her, she was telling me that when I come to visit, that they wanted to take me, like all us go visit our sister, right? And I was like, I'm not doing that. I said, I'll meet up with her. I'll meet her at somebody else's house, but I'm not doing that. I don't feel safe. I wouldn't dare. I don't be all up in her house like that. It's never been a time that she showed me that she really cared about me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no. She's like, my sister was like, no, oh my God, don't do that. Because if you don't come, she gonna be hurt. She gonna be upset. And she gonna feel like you choosing us over her. And I was like, well, I don't care what she think. With all the crazy stuff she done said, I don't trust her. I don't feel safe, and I'm being honest. And I told my sister, and I told her, I said, yeah, I definitely wrote a letter. And I'm definitely taking it to the police, and I'm filing a report and let them know how I felt about not feeling safe about my sister. And she was like, no, you don't have to do that. She said, rip it up. You don't have to do that. Tell me you're not going to do that. I said, no, I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to do that, because I got to look out for my own self. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not personal to you, but I really don't feel safe, like, with the stuff that she say and do. So I got to protect myself. So she was like, oh, man, like that, right? And I still didn't catch on. That. Of course, she gonna be like, you gonna be okay. You don't have to worry about that. You know, I will never let nothing like that happen to you. And we gonna go visit her, and we'll all be together. Of course, she was gonna say stuff like that, because she didn't want me to catch on to anything that they were up to. But at the time, I still didn't see it. Y'all, I had refused to open my eyes. I had refused. There's no way. Like, my sister, there's no way. We talk about everything. She called me, she crying on the phone. I listened to her. I always uplift her whenever one of the sisters talking about her, putting her down, or not inviting them to her birthday party. Like, she literally called me crying on the phone because she wasn't invited to a party. My sister gave a birthday party and didn't invite her, and she was devastated. So she called me. I told her, I said, what you crying for? You do parties all the time. So when you do a party, just don't invite her. That's simple. So we talked about a lot of stuff. Like, I ain't never feel in my heart that I had to worry about my well-being or my safety when it came to my sister. I ain't never thought I had to worry about that. But that day, being in that chat was too much for me. So I called my mom, and I was so upset. And I told my mom the stuff that my sister was saying. sister contacted me. I told her everything that had happened, and I told her that I decided to be connected back with the whole family. And I don't know, I just thought this time that we older, and since my mom not, I said, Mom, since you're not doing well, I just felt like there's no sense of holding on to bygones. Like, let stuff be bygones. Let stuff. There's no sense of holding on to the past. Let stuff be the past. And maybe one day we could sit down and really talk about the things that had hurt us. But I told my mom that right now what was important was her and her health. And that was the reason why I was willing to, be connected back to my family, right? And I told my mom that I felt like that something was brewing up, but I didn't know what it was. But I could feel it, and I can get the hints with the stuff that was being said, Now people throwing subliminals and hints and stuff like that, right? So I told my mom that every time I turn around, I thought everything was going to be okay. And I told my mom that I apologized to all of them before we even started, like, really kiki and getting there. I apologized. I told them that I'm sorry that that I left. And that I left, that the reason why I left had nothing to do with them. And my mom said, you don't owe them no apology. You apologizing to them because you left. And I said, yeah. I said, I apologize to them because I don't want them upset or holding that against me anymore. This eyebrow is nice. I like the way this one look, but I already made that one skinny. Yes, I told my mom I didn't want them holding that against me anymore. And my mom said, holding what against you? I said, the fact that I left. She's like, stop saying that. Stop saying that. And I said, but that's what they keep saying. She said, that's a D-lie. She said, that's a D-lie. Because even though you left home, they still saw you every chance they got. They still got money from you. They still got lunch money from you. They still got clothes money from you. They got whatever they needed from you. Whenever they needed you, you was there. They needed you to look out for them. You looked out for them. She said, so stop saying that, because that is not true. And you know what? I never looked at it like that. I never looked at it like that. She said, you might not have lived in my household, but you still was around. You ain't never left their side. You always been there for them. And then she told me, she said, name one time they been there for you when you were younger. Name one time. And I said, well, no, they ain't never been there for me. She said, but you always been there for them. She said, you not only been there for me, but you been there for them. Whenever your family needed you, any type of way, you was there for them. And she told me, she said, now, I'm going to listen to what you got to say. But you cannot tell me that you was not there. And do not let them put that on you. Do not let them put that on you. And she said, I got something to tell you. And I really need you to listen. She said, stay away from them. Stay away from them. She said, I'm going to tell you what you do. Don't talk to them anymore. Block their phone numbers. Don't answer their calls. Don't respond to nothing else that they got to say. Nothing. And I said, but I didn't want to do all of that because I came genuine. I really wanted to be back connected with the family. She said, no. She said, I'm going to tell you something. She said, I just been waiting. I've been waiting for you to finally see your sister for exactly who she is. She said your sister would smile in your face, pretend she on your side, pretend she got your back, and the whole while she trying to figure out how to get your money, how to steal from you, how to sue you. She trying to figure out how to take what you got. And I said, what? She said, yeah. She said, I've been waiting for a long time to tell you this. She said, I bet you thought she was your ace. I said, yeah, Mom, I thought she had my back. Matter of fact, she was the only sister that I trusted. She said, I know. But she said, I knew one day you was going to see the truth. And she said, now I got some things to tell you. I'm about to tell you everything. My mom told me my sister ain't never cared about me. And a lot of stuff that she told me that the other sisters did, she was the one responsible. She was the one. I remember my sister contacted me and she told me that she needed $300-$400 for her dentist bill. And I gave it to her with no problem. And then when I lost my floors and I moved down to Texas, I was going through a lot, especially with the fact that I wasn't well. I had no money. I ain't really have no income or nothing coming in. I still had like one of my websites that I was trying to hold on to. I was trying to make money from it, and I was trying to get my little store open. But unfortunately, after I set it up, the people that I rented it from robbed me, took everything in it, and took the money to deposit everything, the rent that I paid for the place, and kind of find out they were the last people who rented the place, pretend to be the owners. But anyway, that don't even matter right now. What matter is I had got to a really low point in my life here in Texas. And I called my sister and I told her that I was about to lose my storage. I called her. I told her all I needed was $10. $10. I asked her, can she give me $10? And she said that she gonna let me know, right? I said, don't you get paid? She told me when she get paid. So she told me to call her back. I told her to ask all my sisters, anybody, to give me $10 to save my storage, right? And she asked me, said, well, if you don't pay for your storage, what's gonna happen? I told her I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose all my personal stuff, all my paperwork, me and my kids' personal stuff. Everything we got is in the storage, everything. So I told her that it was important that I get this $10. I told her send me $10. If she could send me 20, send me 20, because I don't have nothing, but I need $10. I even told her to call down to the storage and she can pay for it for me. So when I called her back, right? Now mind you, they all working, all of them had good jobs, all of them. They had good jobs. And I called back. Y'all, I just knew in my heart, my sister was gonna look out for me. I knew in my heart. When I called her back and I asked her for that $10, she told me that she ain't have it. And I said, you sure? I was crying on the phone and everything. She told me no. She told me she asked everybody. Asked everybody and nobody had it. She told me she asked everybody and everybody said they didn't have it. Now mind you, everybody had good jobs. I done gave everybody money. They don't borrow money from me. They don't took money from me. And I've been there for them the majority of their life that time. Like, I've been there for them. And she told me she couldn't get the $10, right? Y'all, why did I believe her? Why did I believe her? So, I hung up. She never called me back. The day of the people saying that they was gonna put put my stuff out there to go for auction. I called my sister. She wouldn't answer the phone. She wouldn't even pick up, y'all. I called like 3 or 4 times. She wouldn't even pick up. I go home. I go to the mailbox. Not go home. I go to the mailbox. And in the mailbox, I had some money. I had a check. I was shocked. Yeah, I couldn't believe I had a check. I hurried up. I hurried and went to the check cashing place. I cashed that check. And I went up to public storage and I paid for my storage. And I paid for a couple of months. So I wouldn't have to worry until things started to work out for me. Y'all know my sister never called me back and asked me was I able to save my Lord, was I able to save my storage, did I lose everything. She never called me back. But I never thought about that moment when my sister wouldn't help me out. I just really thought in my mind she didn't have it. I didn't know that it was a crucial moment in my life that I really needed her. And at that time, that they felt so much resentment and hate towards me that I had no clue that she was actually happy that I needed the money and that I was going to lose my storage. And they were sitting back waiting to hear me cry about it, waiting to hear me be sad about it. I didn't know. And if I knew how my sister felt about me, let me tell y'all something. If I knew, I would have never been calling her, telling her, updating her on my progress in life, where I'm at in life. I was always updating her on my life and what's going on, checking on her, see how she's doing, and had no clue that she was waiting for me to hit rock bottom. She was waiting, and I didn't know. My mother told me she was behind a lot of stuff. And my mother told me, I don't care which one tried to contact you, which one tried to talk to you. She said, don't talk to none of them ever again. She said, don't trust them. She said, they've been doing stuff for years. And she said, she's just been waiting for me to see it. She said, the only reason why I saw the other one is because she can't even help herself. That's just who she is. She don't have, it's hard for her to not show her evil side, so you can see her. And the other one pretended that when the other one did something, she ain't had nothing to do with it. And my mother told me, she said, let me tell you something. You think the other one is looking up to your sister or just want your sister approval? She said, She's the ringleader. She's the main one. She said the other ones just follow her. But you can't see it because she don't like being exposed. She don't like people seeing her true self. My mother told me, she said one day she knew that I would know the truth. And when I found out the truth, she was going to tell me everything. She said, I've been waiting to tell you. She said, crazy part, I would have never thought in a million years. My mother told me, when you was living in Virginia, they was down Virginia a lot. They was going down there a whole lot. I said, well, I talked to them. I even talked to the cousins in the chat, and they told me that they had only visited them one time. My mom said that's a D-lie. She said those sisters was in Virginia a lot, visiting your cousin a whole lot. She said, now I'm going to tell you something, and you're going to be hurt. But I'm going to tell you because you need to know the truth. She said, now, remember when you came up here looking for your daughter, and your sisters were supposed to be out there helping you? I said, yeah. She said, well, your sister, the one that you couldn't see, the one you believed in, the one that you trusted, she said, your sister had your daughter hidden in my house. I said, what? She said, yeah. She was staying with your sisters, but your sister had your daughter in my house. She said they had her hidden in a back room, laying all the way to the top, laying up in a knot, hiding. And my mother said, called my daughter's name and said, what are you doing here? How did you get here? And she told her that my sister brought her there. And my mother told my sister, you better do something about this right now. You better call her mother and tell her mother come get her, or you better take her back. And my sister didn't do it. My sister didn't do it. She ended up, when I left to go back to Virginia, she had my daughter go back to my sister's house. But it was my sister that I trusted that had my daughter hidden, hiding from me. And she was the main one that made me feel like everything was going to be okay. She made me feel like everything going to be okay. I had no idea that she was involved. And I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. And I said, Mom, why didn't you tell me? She said, because I didn't want to come between y'all relationship and the way you felt about her. I was going to tell you once you saw her for who she was. I was going to tell you. She said, that's what kind of person she is. She said she had the nerve to interfere with me taking care of my child. But then, she didn't even want to take care of her own kids. She tried to leave her kids with me. And I told her, I'm not taking care of her kids. Especially after what she did to her. She said, I'm going to tell you something. She didn't have good intentions when she had my child leave the house. She said, remember when I called you and I was upset about your sister, about the attack with a knife? I said, yeah, I remember that. She said, well, guess what she was upset about? She said she got your sister involved with an older woman. An older woman, not a young woman. An older woman. And your sister, and she said I was so upset. She said she didn't have her removed from the house because she can do a better job. She did it so she can mess up her life. And then mess up her life and then treat her bad and don't want to have nothing to do with her. She said your sister is responsible for a lot of stuff. And I'm glad that you finally get ready to learn the truth about it. Yeah, my mother told me. I told my mother that I was sorry that she had to go through that. I didn't even know that she went through all of that. She said, yeah, I went through a lot. She said, that's why I'm telling you, don't have nothing to do with them. Don't talk to them. Don't answer their calls. Don't go around them. She said she moved. She moved to get away because my mother didn't just tell me that. But that right there, what my mother told me was small to a lot of stuff that she told me. It was small. But I told her, thank you for telling me, Mom. Thank you for telling me everything. And I'm going to take your advice. So I immediately blocked my sisters. I immediately had nothing else to do with them. Nothing else to do with them. And then I'm running errands, taking care of my business. My mother called me. She called me so many times. I didn't know what was wrong with her. And I didn't even know she called me. I didn't even check my phone. I do remember turning down the volume because I play this game on my phone. So I turns down the volume so that I'm not waking up nobody in the house and I ain't making a whole lot of noise at night. So I turned down the volume and I guess I forgot to turn it back up. So when she was calling me that morning, I had got into doing what I do. I got busy. I didn't see it. When I finally saw it, it said she left me a voicemail. And it sounded like she was worried, so I called her back. And she said, your baby sister called me and disrespect me so bad. I said, what? She said, yeah, your baby sister called me and said, why you talking to her? Why you dealing with her? Why you having conversations with her about so and so and so and so and so and so? And my mom told her, said, I'm grown. I could talk to my daughter if I want to. You don't get to tell me what to do. And she said, she was cursing her out so bad she had to tell them, look, you know what? If you're going to be calling me all up in my, I could do what I want to do. And you're going to be calling me, disrespecting me. I'm just not going to have nothing to do with you. And she said, you know what? They was all calling me, cursing me out on the phone, disrespecting me real bad, telling me not to talk to you, not to have nothing else to do with you. And I said, well, Mom, look, whatever you have to do is okay with me because God been dealing with me for a long time. Rather you speak to me or not speak to me, rather you deal with me or not deal with me, I'm going to be okay. I don't feel what I used to feel. I used to be sad. I used to be sad when I didn't have a relationship with my mother. I did. I used to be really sad about it, but God worked on me. It's a lot of feelings that He took out of my spirit that I don't have. I can love my mother. That's all I can do. I can love her, and if she need me, I can care for her. But that's only if she want it. If she don't want it, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be calling people, banging down her door, trying to have nothing to do with her. She don't want nothing to do with me. And I told her, I said, well, Mom, if you choose to talk to me, that's okay. If you don't, it's okay. She said, no. She said, no, I told them that if they call me again, cursing me out about you, I'm cutting ties with them. I said, no, Mom, you ain't got to cut ties because I didn't come back. I didn't come back for all of this. I didn't even know that they were planning on trying to set me up. I didn't even know. I came back thinking that we were all going to be close. And so I told her, I said, if you call me, you call me. If you don't, you don't. I said, but do whatever you have to do. And she said, yeah, I'm really, really upset, especially because she said they didn't come visit me. They didn't have nothing to do with me until you came back into the family. She said they didn't even want nothing to do with me. She said they barely called her. They didn't come see her. They didn't visit her. She told me she faced some lonely and sad nights. And I felt bad for my mother. I was like, well, you know, if I was up there, you wouldn't have went through that. She said, I know. She said, they don't even know that I used to find you and come spend time with you. I said, I know. I said, but I'm glad you got somebody in your life now. You don't have to worry about if they come see you or not. I know you love your kids, but you can't make people love you. You can't force people to love you. And she told me, she told me that she's happy where she's at. she don't want to be near them because she don't trust them and she don't feel safe. Because when she was dealing with them, she had to worry about her income, somebody trying to take her income or trying to steal it from her because they don't realize how smart she is or whatever. But she said that now that everybody's grown, she just not gonna be like being too close to them because she don't trust them. And she said, I'm trying to tell you, look out for yourself. Look out for yourself. Stay away from them. She said, don't ever feel like you could be close to them. Don't ever feel that way. My mother told me so much that I started to kind of like feel down. Really feel down because I don't know. Just the thought of knowing how much I trusted my sister and knowing the whole time that she had not 1 ounce of love for me. Not 1 ounce. She didn't care nothing about me. And my mother told me, and don't believe they close. She said they faking it. Don't be that close. The only reason why, she said they haven't spoke to each other in 4 years. They haven't even been around each other. She said they only trying to make you believe that so that whatever they trying to do to you, you don't catch on. She said they ain't close. And that's when I told my mother. I said I had a conversation with one of my sisters. And I was telling. Actually, I had a conversation with 2 of them. I had told the first one that I feel like I'm being left out. I feel bad. I can't wait till I get up there because I feel like I'm missing out on something. You know what I'm saying? That's the conversation I had. And my sister was like, "Oh, you ain't missing out on nothing. Don't worry. When you come up here, we're gonna have so much fun." It's got this like little gold eyeshadow in the powder. I don't know how I really feel about it. I'm gonna test it first. Let me see something. I'm using the color pop. Okay. I'm gonna put the gold in this corner first just to see what it's giving. Then put some highlight on it and blend it in. I'm gonna use this white highlight by Ulta Beauty. I'm gonna use my hand. Which is right there. When I started speaking to the family, she was happy, but at the same time, she knew they was gonna be up to something. Especially all of the stuff that she told me was like, I wish she would have told me way back then, you know what I'm saying? She told me she just really couldn't tell me because she felt like I cared about my sister so much. Like, I couldn't see the terrible person that she is. She said, I'm telling you, she terrible. My mother told me that she wrote my sister a long letter of how they hurt her, and how she felt about what she did about that, and how they try to like isolate her after they done stole her money. Try to isolate her after they done stole her money. So where I'm at, y'all, if I speak to my mother, if I don't speak to her again, she gave me so much information that now I know for sure. Now I know for sure that I definitely need to never have nothing to do with them again. Nothing. I'm trying to think. I want to use like a it's got like this smoky brown in the palette, but I don't know if I want to use that. I'ma still use this like light gold. Okay, I'm gonna go right here with it. I'm gonna kind of keep it light. My mother said I was giving them so much money and doing so much for them, and had no clue that they were doing things to work against me. Okay, so this is like a smoky, I don't know, like smoky dark brown, like a black brown. So I'm gonna see how it look. she felt like I need to see it for myself. That I would never believe her. I had to see it with my own eyes, and now that my eyes are open, she's gonna tell me everything. And then after my mother told me everything, like for a couple of days I couldn't sleep. I just felt so hurt. I just felt so hurt. Okay, I like the way that look. So what I'm gonna do is go back in with the soft color that I used the first time. Now, let me make sure. I'm so glad that I'm gonna put them behind me. But whenever I feel like talking about what they done to me, I'm gonna talk about it. Because I could talk about my experiences and what the things they done to me. This is why, like, anything my mother do don't bother me no more. Because I was able to talk through it. I was able to give myself self therapy, and whatever my mother got going on don't faze me. Not one bit. Use this black eyeliner. I'm try it anyway. My mother telling me to not believe them when they say that I left, and them holding it over my head is just a way to be able to hide and cover up the things that they do wrong to me. That if I feel bad about every time they say that, then I won't be able to see the stuff that they're doing. My mother definitely told me not to have nothing to do with my sister. And she said, I'm gonna tell you some stuff. You got every right to feel like you're not safe around her. Every right. She said, cause she had done some stuff, and she had been responsible for a lot of stuff that happened in the family. She said they're responsible for what happened to your brother, and whatever happened to your little sister, they're responsible for it. And I was like, what? She said, yeah. She said, let me tell you what happened to your brother, and where he was at, who house he was at, who house he was in front of, and what they had him doing. And this is why his life is the way it is now, because of them. And she said they wasn't there for him. They didn't check up on him. They didn't care what happened to him. But they're the reason why his life is the way it is. She said, now I don't want you to listen to me and then pay me no mind. and be right back in their face. She said, I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you this for a reason. She said, this is why I moved away. This is why I don't have nothing to do with them. She broke it down to me, y'all. She told me some stuff was like a horror movie. Okay, I got my lashes on. Somehow or another, I got them on. And I put on a little bit of e.l.f. Concealer. I'm going to blend that in. Yeah, so I was really starting to feel kind of like so sad that I couldn't get up there no sooner because I had made plans to go up north and start trying to spend my life with my family, right? So I was telling my sister that I feel bad, like I feel left out, and she was like, oh, don't feel bad, you know. She said, don't worry, you know. So at that time I was thinking that I thought they was always hanging out. I thought they was always together. I thought they were just, you know, they were sending me so many videos and pictures of them just partying and having a good time. I thought that it was always like that, right? So one of my sisters said, they don't hang out with them because it's too much for them. That'll drain them. They gotta work. They got stuff to do. They can't be hanging out with them like that. So then I called my sister and I said, girl, y'all is partying it up. Y'all having such a good time. I feel so left out. I said, every time I talk to my sister, she talking about something. She on her way to your house. She on your way to your house. And y'all about to go do this and y'all about to do that. She said, girl, don't believe her. Don't believe her. We is not hanging out like that. We is not going out. She on her way to my house. I'm about to tell you why. And child, for a minute, just for a minute, I'ma hold on to it. I ain't gonna tell you. But one of these days, I'ma tell you what she said. She said, girl, you better hold on to your seat because I'm about to tell you. Let me tell you something. She told me why my sister meet up with her, be going to her house and all this stuff. She told me everything, and I was just like, what? At first, I was just like, you lying. I know you lying. She's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. She said, yeah, girl, we ain't close like that. And guess what? I knew about it. I knew about it from the beginning. But I ain't never get a chance to tell her. I knew so much stuff. That the only thing that I got a chance to tell her is that one of my sisters feel resentful because them two was close, like Bonnie and Clyde, and now they're close with the other one, like Pinky and the Brain. So I didn't get a chance to tell her that Clyde is upset that you hanging with Brain. That was the only thing I was able to tell her, that Clyde was upset that she's hanging with Brain. And I didn't get a chance to tell her what Brain told me. I didn't get a chance to tell her because so much drama had started that I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's just kind of went. I don't know, y'all. I just kept it to myself. My sister wasn't like, don't tell her, don't tell nobody. She didn't say that. She said, girl, let me tell you what's really going down. And I was absolutely shocked. So, look, that's why I said in my last video, they don't even like each other. Every single one of them called me and told me a lot on each one of them, and stuff that was going on and stuff that was said. As a matter of fact, my sister, one of the reasons why I couldn't see her, because she called me and said, let me tell you something. messed up that they would do me like this. She said, I know, I'm sorry, but just don't think about them. Don't focus on them. They ain't nobody. They ain't nothing else. They trying to get money because they ain't got no money. And I ain't even gonna get into how one sister convinced the other sister to end up, child, all that money. That's all I'm gonna say. All that money gone. Child, they done told me everything. Everything. But right now, where I'm at when it comes to my mother, I don't give a freak if my mother speak to me or not. I am not gonna cry to doomsday over my freaking mother. I done got used to my mother. I done learned that my mother don't give a F about nobody, okay? So I am not going to care. So you don't calling my mother, cursing my mother out, telling my mother not to have nothing to do with me, not to talk to me. I don't give a freak. I'm still gonna talk about what y'all did to me, whether you like it or not. And what my mother gonna do? Beat me down in front of a lot of people. Oh no. Oh no. Ain't nobody gonna get no beating over here. Oh, I want to use some eyeshadow. Let me use this Juvia's palette. I like this. I like this eyeshadow. I know it's eyeshadow. I like to go over my contour area with it. Oh, child. Whoa. Child. This brush. This might not have been the right brush to use. This. Just like dab, dab, dab is there. I had to really blend it in. And if y'all think y'all can control our mother, y'all got enough thing coming. And anyway, it's too late. She started telling on y'all right away. Just so y'all know. And all of y'all started talking about each other right away. And you know what's so crazy is it's funny how y'all can pretend like y'all so close, trying to convince me that y'all wasn't trying to set me up. See, I'm the last thing y'all need to worry about. Y'all need to worry about each other. Because I'm going to tell you something. When it go down, it's going to go down hard. And you ain't got to worry about me telling on you, which you should worry. But I guarantee you, they've been talking about you. And eventually, yeah, one of the nieces is going to tell everybody. I don't even know what the freak I was thinking. I don't know. I guess I had so much faith in my baby sister and believed in her that even if I wasn't speaking to the other sisters, as long as me and my sister love each other, shoot, forget them. That's what I was thinking. And come to find out, the people that can't stand me the most was her. The one that resent me the most, the one is her. The one that been trying to set me up is her. The one that come up with the plots and the ideas was her. What? Yeah, it was her. I couldn't believe it. My mother told me. My mother told me she's the ringleader. mother told me the day they went to court, my sister was out there screaming and howling, talking about, telling my mother, you this, you that, you get high, you this, calling her all kind of names. Calling her all kinds of names. And she said it was all of them. But then one of them realized that they had her best interest in heart. And then the other one said, you know what? Keep me out of it. Keep my name out of it. She didn't even show up because she was like, whatever happens, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. And I kind of figured one of the reasons why my sister told me, the stuff that she told me about my sister, is because she didn't appreciate how they act when they Bonnie and Clyde, how they act against her, how they treat her. And then I think she told me because, I don't know, I guess she wanted me to know that my perfect sister is not perfect. She perfect in my eyes. So I guess my sister wanted to let me know she ain't perfect, child. Let me tell you about what she got going on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My mouth did hit the ground. My mouth hit the ground because I'm telling y'all, before my sister even told me, I had a dream. I'm gonna tell y'all about it one day. But I'm gonna wait. I'ma just wait. I'ma know when the best time. I'ma tell you the one thing about it. I know as soon as somebody do something to me or try to come for me, yeah, that's all I'm saying. But for right now, God had already told me about it, just so my sister know whatever you told me. Yeah, I was not shocked. I mean, I was shocked because it was like for real. Like you seen it, you got evidence of it, and you know this all the stuff that's going on. So yeah, my mouth was like, but girl, God had already came to me in a dream and told me about it. I already knew. I was like, dang. But I kind of put it behind me. It was like, I don't know, why would God show me that? Why would he show me that? I guess so that when I heard about it, I wouldn't be shocked. But you know what? So much went down that I didn't get a chance to tell my sister what my sister told me. What she told me, what was really going on. And my mother told me, I'm so glad that you finally see her. I'm so glad. Now, I'm going to tell you everything. And she did. Thank y'all so much for watching. Oh, you know what? I'm missing my blush. Let me put on some blush and then I'm out. This is such a cute look. It's so cute. Since it's December, I think I'm going to use a little bit of this little pink inside it. I'm going to use this pink in the Julius palette. It's real pretty. See, it's a difference when you know that somebody love you and you feel like somebody love you and got your back. Oh no, things are different when you learn that they were doing things to like she the mafia. Got my other sister scared of her. Girl, I am not scared of you. You do not scare me. And I hope you don't think you scared them too. Like seriously. Well, I don't know. My mama said you the boss. My mama said you got them scared. Girl, you got them scared. Girl, they scared of you. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, that's a bronzer, LA bronzer. I'm gonna try to use that instead of a highlight today and see how it does me. My camera is about to die. I hope that I don't have to put the charger in the wall in order to show y'all my finished look. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, this bronzer is pretty. Okay, I'm gonna show you the finished look, and then Spirit Girl is out of here. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and enjoying story time. Make sure you add it to the playlist, the dangling bell. I don't really know which one I'm gonna title this, but yeah, you'll know it when I'll put it up. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being there for me. And this is going to be the finished look.